segueing into what we're bringing into 2026 is I think I'm trying to be more, I don't want to say selfish because I do think that's a weird way of saying it, but I think I want to be more centered around myself.
Right.
And like I want to do more things that make me happy because
Or
this
focus
is
on
my life.
self-care, I guess.
Like main character energy was my thing that I was saying
that's a
earlier.
good
Because
one.
like that's what I want. I want to be the main character of my own story, and everybody should be the main character in their own story. And I think I've kind of pushed that aside like for a long time. And I one thing I wrote down was, if you were in a movie, what would the audience be screaming at you? And that's how I've kind of been wanting
That's a really
to live
good
my life. Is
thing, like quote, I guess. Like to think
it's like
of.
if I was sitting on the couch right now crying over a boy, what would the audience be screaming at me right now? They'd be screaming, "Ew,
Stop!"
ew,
Literally,
are you
stop.
put some makeup on and go out?"
Right.
Like, so then that's kind of obviously I'm not going to do that every weekend, but I do want to live a little bit more according to that. Is like, okay, if I like, what would
stop wallowing in this, or just get up and do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, and I have the whole floating rock idea where I'm like, we're on a floating rock.
Right. Like literally
At the end
nothing
of the day,
matters.
yeah.
Like,
And that happened to me earlier today where I was like, I was upset about something and I was like starting to like tear up about something. And I was like, we're on a floating rock and I can do whatever I want to do. So why don't I just dry and straighten my hair, put some makeup on, and then we're going to go out.
Go get a beer with Mallory.
Go get a beer with Mallory. And that's ultimately what it came in. So I think that's my theme for 2026. So
that's a good one. Yeah. Mine is kind of, I wouldn't say similar, but kind of the same vibe of like, it's the same vibe as like, what would I be shouting at myself watching my life as a movie? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like ever since COVID, a lot of my interest in my life has been stripped away. Like COVID stripped away my job. I was a hairstylist before this, and I still do hair. I just do it out of my house and not as much. But after COVID, like a lot of clientele that I had, focused on their health for a long time, and they probably eventually started going to salons again. But I was a booth renter, meaning I pay rent every month. I couldn't wait for my clients to decide it's now okay to come back and get their hair done. I literally was going to be paying out of pocket to work, which doesn't make any sense. So I made the decision to leave the salon, and I did hair out of my house. And over the years, my clientele has slowly dwindled, especially after Evie, like when I was pregnant and I left this doing hair for 3-ish months or so. A lot of my clients just decided to peace out forever, which I understand. They don't want to wait around, and they probably found someone that did a great job and whatever. But I lost that part of me in some way. Like I don't really have my career anymore. And then becoming a mom, it's not like I lost anything necessarily, but it's just like your whole entire purpose shifts. Like everything about you shifts. Your whole essence, your whole soul shifts. Everything changes, like to a cellular level in a way. It's just you're different. Like you're still you, but you're different. So I feel like what I'm trying to bring into this year is like I want to be the best mom I can be, but also be the best Mallory I can be. Like dive into the shit I love to do, be the best support to my family that I can be, but also enjoy everything I enjoy to fullest. Like just really just be a full ass fucking person, because I felt like I was like constantly like just like, oh, I'm just going to sit on the couch because I don't know what else to do. Or I don't, I want to like kind of like you. I want to like get up and go out, or go to the gym, or like go to the library, or just like do anything, do something, and just like live.
Let me go to the thrift store. Let me go
just
get
fucking
coffee.
Like go
like
to go to a new cafe today, or go to this new place with Evie today, or I just want to like live life and not just like wait for life to happen.
Right.
So
adding whimsy to your daily life. That was one of the things that we do the 13 wishes every year, and one of my things was I wanted to add whimsy to like my everyday, and It is hard some days because it's like, I mean, you're just kind of doing whatever. I do have a pet wasp, so I will say that, like, I feel
Every
like
day is a little
every day is a
whimsical.
little whimsical. I feed the squirrels outside. I feed the birds outside.
She might be a girl wasp. So
she
she
might-
might be the new queen.
She might be a queen, by the way. Wait, a whole
Royalty.
different thing. I could have an entire podcast about that, by the way. I love her. So I am so attached to this wasp now.
You're gonna have to let it go. I'm gonna force you to let it
No,
go.
I'm going to, and
Okay.
I'm counting down the days until I can. I really want to let them go.
Yeah.
I am so attached to them now because literally I will open their enclosure. By the way, I found this wasp. It was when you came over
I
because you were
literally
donating
I
stuff.
witnessed like you finding this wasp.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, that wasp is alive. And
I don't even know how she saw it because it was
It was on
literally-
a cinder block outside.
It was
yeah.
just like I would have never noticed it. I
Yeah,
feel like
it-
Stephanie just has this like empathetic signal.
Spidey sense?
Literally, you're like something's suffering near me. And
I'm like, oh no, I hear it buzzing.
literally.
It was you came over because you were gonna go to the pantry.
Yeah,
you were gonna
you-
go to the donation
I was
pantry.
grabbing
and I
whatever
gave
donations
you a
you
couple
had,
things,
right.
and then I was like, I see a little bug. And I thought it was a bee, and I was like, oh, that poor bee. And I picked it up, and I was like, it might be a wasp.
And then I was like, "Why are you touching that?"
Yeah,
I was like,
you were
"Please
like,
stop."
you were like, please don't keep a wasp. And then I did the opposite.
and then
I
you
kept
have
it.
a whole house for
And
it.
then I have a whole enclosure for it. It's like an enclosure that I think is for like I think it's for like jumping spiders or something.
Right.
Or I know it's for beta fish actually.
Okay.
And I was like, well, it's for my baby wasp now. And then yeah, so I have them in there, and I literally will just like I used to be very careful about like how I would place things in there and open it. And now I just open it, put like I'll take the orange slice out, put another orange slice in there. I like give it like
Well, this wasp, girl or boy, whatever she is, I'm going to call it she though. She is fully hibernating, so she's barely
she
like
wasn't
moving.
before. She just started to about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
She wasn't before. She was like very active. She would like walk around and she would like flap her wings. She would fly around a little bit. And I was just like, oh my God. So
Ew.
that's why I was so scared.
That creeps me out. Yeah.
And now she just kind of like, she's like, I'm going to go hide under a petal. She started like sleeping under petals. And I'm like, are you not the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life? Like,
Right.
what am I going to do? So now I give her a fresh slice of orange like every few days. But I think, yeah, I think she's hibernating because I think it's a queen. So I don't know, whatever. It's so cute. But it's like, it makes my life a little bit whimsical every day.
Right.
Where like, I go
you have
and
this creature.
I check on my wasp, and I feed the squirrels outside, and I have very specific squirrels. The only one that I can tell is Shorty. I have a squirrel named Shorty because he has a tiny baby tail. Because yeah, I don't know what happened to
poor
it,
tail.
but I see him almost every day, and then when he goes a few days without me seeing him, I get like genuinely worried about it. Because I was telling somebody that I was like, if I see a squirrel like on roadkill anywhere in the area, I get so sad because I'm like, oh my God, my babies.
What if it's one of
But-
mine? Yeah.
I know, but no, I've seen Shorty, and
Speaking of that, a squirrel was like 2 feet away from me hitting it.
No,
literally, I was like just
They love
driving,
it.
and then they were
They
like,
play
they were
Frogger.
like edging. I
yeah,
was like,
no, yeah, they love it.
I was like, get the
It's insane.
like run.
I saw a pigeon on the side of the road today, like literally on the like side, like on the shoulder, and I was like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "This looks like a cozy
What if?
place. What? Hear me out." I'm like, "Oh my God!" They're like 2026. But no, I feed the birds every day. I feed the squirrels every day, and like I'm starting to understand, like not understand. I'm sorry. I'm starting to like get used to the chirps. So now, like when I hear a cardinal, I'm like, "Oh, my cardinal boyfriend's back."
You're
I'm
starting
like,
to understand the
Yeah.
language.
I'm starting-
Yes,
I'm
chirp,
like,
chirp, chirp, chirp.
oh,
You're
me-
fucking Kronk from
Yeah. Me
Squeak,
too.
squeaking, squeak, squeaker.
Squeaking. Yeah, I totally understand. But no, I love it. And I those are the ways that I incorporate whimsy every day. And I do try to do obviously like the witchcraft and everything else. And but I'm trying to do more. And I know once it gets to spring, we're gonna be a little bit better about like planting and like gardening and everything. And I think
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
gonna
whimsy
be
is so much easier when the weather is
Yeah.
like it is today. So today, for reference, is what, the 17th of
Dude,
January?
yeah.
And I don't know if you guys are listening, remember, like a lot of people that are listening do live in the area, but if you didn't know, today in the Chicagoland area is just blizzarding and just cold, windy, miserable. So it's really hard to be whimsical.
Yeah.
when
It's
the weather is this, but yeah,
little
in the
tough.
spring and summer and fall, even every
Yeah,
season.
I think every season's
Besides
easier.
winter,
Right
it's
now,
easier.
we just it's tough. It's a little bit hard. I mean, I throw my stuff, my nuts. I throw all the nuts out there, and they do come by and they love it and everything, but it's like, and I have random like foxes and coyotes and stuff that come by too, and that's adorable. But it's definitely a lot easier when you're planting stuff and you're going out there and you're watering and like
It's like you actually see the fruits.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things I'm so excited about this summer is I already have like a really nice patio that I decked out and everything like that. But this year I want to like make some really cute like signs. I want to make like cute patio signs for like.
Have to hang out at least one night.
Oh, that's like one thing that I'm like so excited about. Like now that because you got me that fire pit, and my parents got me a fire pit too. So I'm like I'm gonna have like multiple. Like I'm gonna have the marshmallows. I have the Centrella stuff. Like I have so many things now that are gonna make that patio like elevated. And I'm like, this is the year that because I know last year I didn't really do a lot, but this is the year.
Another way, this is us literally just planning and whatever now at this point. Like, podcast, be damned. Another way to like deter mosquitoes is get a good fan. Like an oscillating fan.
Oh, which I do have one.
Right. So just like put that outside while we're sitting outside. And then the mosquitoes, like,
I didn't know that.
The wind keeps them.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that.
Right.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Anyway,
but that's good to know. But no, I think that's kind of like a whimsical way of living life is just that. And that's something that I've been aiming towards and hopefully in the future, which is a whole different podcast, but I'll get a place that is not a townhouse and I can have land and everything.
Yeah.
But
like I said, we're gonna look out for people selling land behind me.
Dude, no, literally.
Move in behind
this
me,
bitch. the second that I find like land I can afford, because who knows, but I'm like, I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. But yeah, I think that's a fun way to add whimsy is just growing stuff and gardening and planting and maintaining and feeding the animals and everything like that. Crows, I'm trying to get a hold of, but every time I try to get crows, I get ants. Dude, I'm like, here's some grapes and nuts, and then I go out there and it's like all ants. I'm like, no, damn it.
No, well, definitely on my property when I live there, I'm going to befriend all the crows.
Dude,
that's my goal.
That's like a big thing in life too, is crows. But yeah, adding whimsy to the daily life is also something, and it can be anything. It could be literally, and that's why my kitchen, and I feel like with me, a big part of my 2026 is going to be working on the house.
Yeah.
And I was talking to somebody earlier today because they were like, "Oh, how's your life?" And I'm like, "It's good." I'm like, honestly, I got the house almost 2 years ago, but I feel like I'm working so slow at it because one, it's hard to know what I want to do with it. And two, it's hard fucking furnishing an entire house by yourself. It's so expensive.
And I've learned this is hard for me and you to hear. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this from a distance. We're going to visually hold our hands. Furnishing a home that you love takes a long time.
Yeah, and it's
supposed to.
And it's hard because we're both impatient. Yeah, we're both really impatient. Yeah. Once you see something that you want for that room, you're like, I have to get all of it now.
In your mind's eye, you have a vision of it and you want it now. But everything I've seen or researched, or anybody that I've like looked at their social media that has a beautifully like designed home, they say it takes time. Like, you're not going to find every piece of furniture right away. Like, you don't, and even if you try to, you're not going to love it forever. Like, if you, like, force yourself to buy something in that moment just because you want that to be done, a couple years from then, you're not going to fucking love it anymore. Right. You want to, like, take time because then you're going to really love it. It's going to last a while, if not a lifetime. So...
It's tough. It is hard. Yeah. It is
normal.
Hard. Yeah.
Like, you're doing it right. Like, don't rush. Just as soon as something sparks your eye and you know it's good quality and it, really
and it's what you want.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that like I get kind of some crap from my parents where they're like, well, you still haven't done that. You still haven't done that. I'm like, it's because I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure that's what I want to do with it. And like once I figured, like with that third bedroom, once I figured out I wanted to turn that closet into a tarot closet, I did it in a day.
Right.
I ripped those doors out. Like my dad ripped those doors out because I couldn't. But I ripped that out, and then I immediately, he had to rip out one specific nail because I couldn't get that nail. I wasn't strong enough, which really pissed me off. But everything else, I hung up everything.
Yeah,
I patched everything. I did everything in one day because I was like, this is the vision I have for it. And as soon as I know what I want and I'm like, I need that now, I made it happen, and I was like, I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah, that's how I've been doing, even planning our new house. Like,
Yeah.
I know exactly how I want our master or primary bathroom
Yeah.
to look. I know how I want our closet to look. I know how I want our downstairs guest bath to look. I know how I want our upstairs guest bath. But there's certain rooms I haven't fully flushed out in my head. So I have like vague ideas, and like I have little parts that I know, but I'm not trying to rush it, because it's like, I know it's like, I wanted to have this house, but I don't want to like just be like, oh, we'll just do that. And then like 2 years
then
from
you're
then,
gonna
you hate
it.
Yeah.
And then now I got to do everything all over again.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly how it's felt being in this house, where I'm like, I have ideas, but I'm not 100% convinced. And then, but the second I'm like, oh, I know what I want to do, I do it.
Right.
And then I get it done.
Right.
But I'm not 100% there. And I'm still mulling over what I want to do with like my living room. And my living room is like mostly done, but there's still a lot of things I want to add to it, because it's bare. And like, I think people would walk into my house and be like, oh no, it's not bare. It's just kind of like, there's just, not a lot of stuff. And I've had people walk in and be like, oh yes, it's so nice. I'm like, it's not, because it still kind of feels like a model home, because there's not a lot of stuff here, but I'm working on it.
Right.
Like, it's just, I need to get certain pieces. Like, I just went to that thrift store the other day and I got like the one lamp, and I'm like, oh, this is a good lamp.
I love lamps.
Dude. And it's like, you find one piece every however many months that you're like, this is the one. This is what I need for this place. And then eventually, like, I have an idea and I have a vision of what I want for it, but I'm not going to just furnish it just to furnish it.
Right.
Like,
No.
I want it to be what I want it to be.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that's my biggest part of 2026 is like that. Yeah. Also that, trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Like, yeah,
House-wise.
like making your house a home and being whimsical every day, and just living life.
Yeah,
to your fullest.
Trying to live life as much as I can.
Right.
So as far as we'll go into a couple more questions or a couple more prompts. As far as 2025 goes, what would you say that you were taught? Like, what did 2025 teach you? As far as maybe yourself, life, anything. Like, what lesson did you walk away from 2025 learning?
Okay. I mean, I feel like we kind of covered it in some other ways, but I have really learned how to be a good mom. I know that's going to be a lesson that I'm going to continually learn as my daughter ages and develops, and becomes a person too.
Yeah.
She's still only not even 2 yet. So I'm sure, just her growing up, I will be challenged in certain ways. That plow is loud. There's no snow plow outside.
That is a loud plow. Yeah.
Please. But anyway, I want to, what was the question?
We were talking about
plow?
we were talking about how loud the plow is. No, 2025. You're walking away with one lesson, maybe two lessons. What are you walking away from 2025 saying? Like, what did it teach you about your life?
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it taught me a lot about how to be a mom. And, like, sometimes before I was a mom, I would get frustrated with children. Mm-hmm. Namely my niece or, friends' kids or whatever. I wasn't a huge kid person to begin with. My niece made me a little bit more so, and then obviously my daughter even more. But it taught me to be like really patient in the moments that are trying. Like, it's not the end of the world if a small child is having a meltdown for no reason. Like, I've really learned patience.
Yeah.
And I think that can only improve as I get older and as my daughter gets older. And then also to take friendships in stride. Like, I feel like that's a huge thing I've gone through the past couple years, is just like coming to terms with friendships changing. People change over time and friendships change over time, and that's fine. Like, I just felt like I lost a lot of friends in the past few years, and I think like it was a long time coming, but I just realized it a lot because I was going through a huge life change.
Yeah.
And I just like suddenly realized, wow, I don't have the community I thought I did. So I think it was just like a big lesson in like, who I am as a friend and what I want as out of friends and what I'm going to look for in new friendships and like curating new ones and also like keeping the ones I already have and all that. So I think that's like my main ones.
The main that's that's the takeaway. Yeah, I feel like you're right. We kind of went over it a little bit earlier, but yeah, I think going into 2026, I'm just going to be a little bit more focused on myself and more like, and I feel like I say that all the time. I feel like I'm always like, oh, this year I'm going to focus on me. But I feel like I try to focus on different aspects.
I think you have.
Myself.
Every time you've said that, you do, but you maybe don't do the full picture or something.
I think this time I'm trying to focus more on not just one aspect of like, myself of like, oh, I'm just trying to heal this year. I'm just trying to do this. I was like, no, this year I want to like revolve everything that I do around me. Right. And like, obviously that doesn't include like the inconveniences of doing whatever else for friends or for family or whatever else, but just trying to do more things for me and not trying to always accommodate other people.
Right.
So
like, sometimes you accommodate other people, but sometimes you accommodate yourself.
Yeah.
Like a balance.
Yeah. I'm trying to just do all that. So, so as far as 2026 goes, what are you trying to manifest more of?
More friends, more meaningful connections, more meaningful mommy-daughter connections, more meaningful husband-wife connections. Just like, kind of tying into everything we've talked about. I just want to like really, I feel like as you get older, you really just want those like life moments and you want to like really savor life and like feel it and enjoy it. And that's what I want. Like, I want my house and I want my property, but I think it's more important that I have good friends and family to enjoy those things with one day when I have them, not just, have this thing I've been wanting for a while. So that's like, I think that's my answer for that.
Okay. Yeah. I think what I'm trying to manifest for 2026 is more experiences. I think I really want to do more stuff and do more things that I think I was held back from because I didn't have somebody to go do them with.
Yeah.
And anything as small as going to try a new restaurant because I don't have anybody to go do that with.
Right.
To traveling and going to a new city because I don't have anybody to do that with. And I just getting more comfortable doing that shit solo. So I think experiences is going to be the biggest thing for me is I just want to do more stuff and I want to experience
part of our
bingos.
Things.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, right. We were going to talk about our craft night too, which like we made these bingo cards where we wanted certain things to happen for the year, and if they happen and we get a bingo, we get like a certain reward. And we did those punch cards too, which we saw from like TikTok where I did some that were like it was movie nights and I had like a weight loss goal, I had house projects and things like that. It was just kind of a goal tracker, a way to kind of track all the things that you're doing,
and I think that's not to like change the subject from what the original question or prompt was of the bringing things in the new year. But I think that's like a good reminder is like resolutions don't always have to be like, I want to lose weight and I want to make more money and I want to get a promotion. It's not like necessarily like hard, difficult, like self-punishing things. It can be fun things.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a lot of our bingo cards were experiences.
Yeah, I feel like they were fun.
Mine were too. Like I want to go to a concert too. It might not be a $900 concert. I don't have the money for that, but it could be, something local. It could be a little
any sort of concert,
local show or whatever. And one of them was like going to a movie alone. I've never done that. I know Stephanie has. I've never gone to a movie alone. So I'm like, that would be fun to do one day when I have childcare.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go see a movie by myself and just enjoy that time by myself. With the theater.
Grab a bag of popcorn, bring a blanket. Yeah, dude. It's actually so cozy.
I can do it. We both wanted. I think we both had in ours like riding a horse. Or
I went horseback riding last year, and I was like, I want to do that again. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Yeah, it was so much fun.
And I haven't done it in so long, so I was like, I want that. And then I know I don't know if you wrote this, but I wanted to start my garden like fully.
I have that one on there too. Yeah, garden.
So I think that resolutions don't have to be like don't eat sweets.
Right,
And,
yeah,
like,
it doesn't
you know
have
what
to
I
be
mean?
like a way to like better
Punish
yourself.
yourself
Yeah,
or, like-
it could be just experiences that you want to have or things that you want to do or just like other goals you want to accomplish. It doesn't have to be like, oh, well, I want to grow my hair out or I want to do that. Like it could just be that.
Right.
And yeah, I think I have like going to a concert. Yeah, I have the garden. I have going to medieval times. Like things that I want to do this year that I can look back on the end of the year and be like, oh my God, I forgot we did that. That's so much fun. And like I want to make sure that I do those things and they're not super unrealistic.
Right.
They're fun.
Some side note, a lot of people had do a push-up or do 10
Oh my God.
push-ups on there.
I forgot about that.
We were looking it up and I was like, what do you mean? Like, how can people not do a
By the way,
push-up?
completely disregarding the fact that people are like obese, disabled,
Okay,
or
I
whatever
get it.
else.
But like
here.
most of the TikToks you're watching were from young people, which I'm not saying young
It was
people
like,
can't.
turn 20.
Yeah,
You remember
like,
that?
turn 19, do one
Turn
push-up.
19, I was like, so don't
what?
die.
You can't do one push-up? Like, as a 19-year-old?
My goal this year is to not die and then do one push up.
So I literally, as a 38-year-old postpartum fucking haven't worked out in a million years lady, decided I'm going to fucking show
Oh, and she did, by the way.
Stephanie that I can do 10 push-ups right now.
She decided
And
she
I
would,
did
yeah,
them.
she decided this is the day that I show Steggy that I can do 10 push, and she did.
I did 'em.
And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, okay, dude, I get it. You can do, and then you were done. And I was like, mind you, by the way, I have a yoga mat in my room that can prove that I tried. I can't do one.
Really?
I can't even do one push up. No. I can't go all the way down. No.
What?
I can go maybe halfway down and I'm like, I'm
That's
done.
so
I'm
wild
over.
to me because I
Yeah.
feel like I'm so weak because I have barely done anything since giving birth.
No, I feel like I girl push-ups all day. A regular push-up, I'm like, this is crazy. What am I doing here? No way. I can't do that. And yeah, you did that. And then I remember a few days later, you're like, why am I sore?
Yeah, I literally.
I wonder.
literally messaged her like 2 days later. I'm like, I was just sitting here like, why are my pecs and like armpit
Whoa,
muscle
why am I so
area
sore?
So sore. I'm like, oh yeah, I did 10
Because you
push-ups.
did 1,000 push-ups in my living room, unprompted, by the way. Nobody asked you to do
I
that.
had to prove it to myself and the universe. I'm like, this isn't that hard.
Yeah, you were like, this is for you. I'm like, is it?
This is for
I
everyone.
think it's for you. Yeah, that was insane. But okay, well, I think we can end this one on the note of the two predictions. So one serious prediction for 2026 for yourself and one silly one. I have not thought of these, so you give yours first.
Okay, well, I guess I have to pick. I have two serious-ish ones.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna be thriving as a mom.
Okay.
That's my serious one because I've felt more confident as myself as a mom in the past few months, and now I've like really made it a point to like once a week I'm taking Evie to do something new. Like it might be something new for her, might be something new for me, but it's something new. Get out and experience things more. I'm gonna sign up for swim lessons soon, and what sucks about swim lessons for her is I have to also get in the water, so I'm like not looking forward to it, but I know she needs it. And just like have a good balance of stuff for me and fun stuff as you know for Mallory, but then also like just getting more enthusiastic about being a mom and like doing the fun things that comes with that, because I'm not saying I've not been, but I feel like there's some days that I get more like tired and just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay home and whatever. So I'm trying to just like become more active, I guess, as a mom. And then the silly one is, so we have like a ton of cats that live on our new property where our house is being built, because we have a couple of neighbors that live around us, very few, but I think the one neighbor has like some barn type cats, and they all hang out on our property. So my goal and my prediction is that close to when we move in, hopefully by the end of the year, if not like beginning of next year, I will become a forest hag / cat
Sure.
witch lady who just, all the animals come and the cats come and I just have
You
them.
summon them and you go
Yeah.
outside and you just summon them.
Right. That's my prediction.
That's what I'm picturing. I'm
Yeah.
picturing you going outside and lifting your arms the way that you just did. And then
And I have the robe that has like the really big droopy sleeves.
I do love those robes. Yeah, that's something that's my silly prediction is that I'm going to have 1,000 of those in every color.
What was it, like the just murdered my husband robe?
Yeah, it's like I'm a divorcee.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I just
the widower.
the widower. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think about these before. I think my serious prediction is going to be that I do all of the vacation things that I want to do. I think my serious prediction is going to be that I go to Scotland this year because I really want to go.
At least like most of them.
Yeah, I really want to do all of those experiences and have all of those experiences, and I want to go on all these trips and everything. So I think my serious prediction is that I'm going to do all of these things, and I think along the way I'm going to find out a lot about myself along the way. So I think whether it's good or bad or whatever else, I think I'm just going to learn a lot about me as I travel alone.
Gonna have an eat, pray, love moment.
Eat, pray, love, dude. Hell yeah. I'm going to eat pizza and not care about my jeans. And then I think my silly prediction for the year is going to be that, I don't know. I think my silly prediction is going to be that somebody asks me out in a QA. That's going to be my silly prediction for the year, is that somebody asks me to be their girlfriend in a very cute way. No, I think my silly prediction is going to be that. Yeah, I think it's just going to be finding somebody that can handle the lover girl in me.
Yeah.
That's my silly one, because I don't believe that that's going to happen, because I just
That's sad, but yeah.
I have more faith in me taking myself to go do these cool things than a guy doing something cool for me.
Right. Going
Which
slightly
is
out of
why
his way.
I bought Bruno Mars tickets for my birthday weekend instead of spending it with somebody. Yeah. But yeah, I think those are going to be mine for 2026. But yeah, I think it's been a fun episode.
Yeah.
It's been really cool. I think it's been really fun talking about our 2025s and 2026s. And how long are we at? We're at an hour and 24. Oh my God.
damn,
Maybe
that's
we'll
a long
split it
one.
into two. Good grief.
But yeah, I think I have nothing else. I feel like everyone, hopefully, that's listening, like, kind of did this along with us.
Yeah.
Like, thought about what you're leaving behind and what you learned in 2025 and like what you hope to bring into the new year and learn and experience in the new year, and just have some whimsy.
Yeah, just whatever, we kind of went through as far as, what 2025 was, reflect on it, and what do you want 2026 to be, and everything else. And we would love to hear it too. So if you guys have answers to that, throw it in our Discord, throw it in
Comments
anywhere.
below, wherever you're listening.
Wherever you're listening, do that. But yeah, we appreciate you guys listening. You guys are awesome as always. Happy 2026. Woo. We appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Actually, you know what? All right, I want to take a moment to send a heartfelt thanks to everyone that has donated and shown us just such incredible support. Your encouragement has been both motivating and just extremely instrumental in helping us bring this super fun dream and adventure to life. And we're just so excited and beyond excited, actually, to start the journey. So a few special thank yous to Samantha, Chiblet, Darth Silent Bob, Dave M., Jess Bagel, who has a health and wellness journal available now at colorcodedcookie.com, Katie Edward, who wrote Call on Me and is one of the few books that I've actually finished and loved and read and everything in the last year and a half, Dustin, aka Wicked Warrior, your face and body painting skills never failed to amaze me, dude. You're doing incredible. Our beautiful friends, Gloria and Joanna, Tim, Mauricio Ormachea, Greg, Squeegee, my friend Jason Abadi. Thank you for validating my thoughts while I navigate dating men. I appreciate you always listening to me yap. My Lavender in Life, Oz, who helped keep me grounded during one of the harder times in my life. To my wonderful family, my uncle Chris and his wife Letty, my incredible cousins, Eric and Chingona. You guys are always cheering me on. My parents, Mallory's husband Roy, who I also consider to be my family. Your unwavering support just absolutely means the world to us. And then finally to Mallory, you listened to me talk about a dream out loud, about starting a podcast. And not only did you encourage me to take the leap, but you took it with me. And I mean, you're my best friend and I love you. And I couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else. So thank you guys again for listening, for being here, for supporting us and encouraging us. And we will catch you on the next one.